Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm back. Just in case, hold on. Just got my head cut off over here uh, on YouTube and on Facebook. So, hello, Ashley. How are you? Welcome. It's Pinot or crab? Is Pinot or crab? Oh, okay. I like your name. Hi, Sonia, 1957. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Okay, so if you have questions, please drop your questions in the Q&A box. Uh, Hello, Lucy. I'm home. Oh, I say that all the time to my husband. Or I say, Ricky, I'm home. He says, Lucy, I'm home. I love it. I love your name. Okay, so uh Ashley, did you ever get the problem with the milk? I think I got the right, Ashley. The problem with the milk resolved by the corn, was it the corn syrup? I think I'm remembering right. I think it was you. Please forgive me if it wasn't. But hello, Robert. Uh, Robert Hollinger. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Okay, so tonight, I know it's been a couple of weeks since I have been here. I have been um, in Arkansas helping my brother. He had some brain issues, and I've been there helping him and my sister in law, who had also had surgery. So I've been there helping and being family caretaker. And if you've ever been family caretaker, you know it takes a lot to care for family. Yes, Similac Alimentum. Oh, great. That's awesome. I'm so glad that you found some um a formula that you could feed her. Hello, is it Tesseract? I think that's how you pronounce your name. Hello, Mila and Krisha Mendez. Hello. If you have questions, please put them in the uh oh, hold on. It says poor connection, reconnecting. I'm losing my Instagram, y'all. But now my issue is my daughter is teething and she's not really eating like before. Okay, so if she's teething, there are some, you can get the silicone kind, or you can get the mesh kind. They are called mesh feeders or silicone feeders. And what you can do is you can freeze some of her formula and put it in those, either the mesh form, put it in either in the mesh feeder or the silicone feeder, and give it to her in there and let her kind of suck on it. It's cold, it's frozen, it's cold. It helps with her gums and it gets her to eat while she is teething. So it's a twofold thing. You might not get as much as you want to in her, but while she is teething, it will help her with the teething, to if you put it in the mesh feeder or the silicone feeder, to get her to, I don't know why my, it says my um, connection is poor. Okay. Hello, Alexandra. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I have someone over here either on Facebook or on Instagram who is watching. Thank you for joining me. If you're on Instagram, please, if you're on Instagram, please, I mean, not Instagram, if you're on Facebook, please share some likes. If you're on YouTube, please share some likes. If you're all across social media, uh, share some like. Okay. Ashley says, I forgot to mention she's eating food and not drinking formula much. Can that be a problem if she don't take uh, a amount of formula? You want her to uh, drink more formula than eating food. You want her to eat a nice amount, a decent amount of food, but all of her vitamins are coming from the formula. So you want her to drink the formula. She's probably like, you can come on over here and join me. I have my friend Sheila here. She's going to join me.
Hi guys.
I'm going to scoot back so she can. You can see her and me. Okay, let me scoot this back.
Hello.
So you can see us. Let me scoot this back. Wait.
Let me scoot this. No, maybe. I don't know. I'll lean in.
Okay. How about I go this way? And that way
Okay.
you can scoot over some.
I think we got this.
We got it?
Live,
it?
live
We
and
got-
living color.
Okay, let me scoot that way and turn it this way. So when I sit back, okay.
Hello all.
Okay. And many of you have seen Sheila.
Yes.
She's been here before. You are what?
You are
Spiking alone?
Sparkling, maybe?
Spiking?
Yes.
See, it's hard to see the comments.
You are spiking alone?
I have no clue what that means. I'm sorry.
We're spiking. We're spiking.
Yeah. Hello, Pilot Jones. How are you? Ashley says, how much does a 6-month need to take intake formula? If they're eating food, you need to. They still need to have at least about 24 ounces within a 24-hour period of milk, because that's where all their vitamins are. Unless you are giving her a vitamin supplement, because there's no way that she can eat all the food that she needs to get all of her nutrients. Yes. Hello,
Speaking.
Pollen. Oh, speaking. Oh, speaking along. Oh, no, I have my friend. She'll be here for a few minutes, but she has to go. I don't have to go to work tonight. She does. That's why I'm in my t-shirt and she's in her scrubs. So, Tessa X says, I have a newborn who spits up after every feeding, whether I give her formula or breast milk, and she has really bad reflux after eating. Looks like she is in pain each time. Doctor gave me a prescription for Pepsid, but is there anything else I can do? Yes, now that you asked, hello, baby number one. Okay, so I'm going to scoot back a little bit so you all can see me. After you finish feeding your baby, first of all, when you feed your baby, after every ounce to ounce and a half, burp your baby. Now, you want to burp them on your back, over like this. Okay, let me get in the camera. Like this. And then lean them back. Keep them upright. Gently lean them back so that their tummies, when you lean them back, it works their core. And when they work in their core, when they're working it, instead of you patting it and spitting up and all that, when you gently work their core, it gradually brings that bubble up, and then they burp. Now, babies are going to spit up, but if they have reflux, after you finish every ounce to ounce and a half, gently burp your baby, because if you try to feed them the whole bottle at the same time, a lot of gas is building up, and it's not going to be a good thing. Okay, it builds up.
Have you tried side live feeding too? That will help. You try side live feeding. Just take your forearm, place your baby. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay, let me get out the way.
You can try it like this. Place baby just in here, and your hand is holding baby's head. Baby is on your knee. Slowly, an ounce to an ounce and a half. This helps a lot with gas.
Pace
do this
feeding.
pace feeding. Do the same thing she said for burping. But this I have found has helped a lot of babies. A lot.
Sideline. Quarterback. Quarterback feeding. So yes, try that with your baby. Burp more often and upright.
Yes.
Once they finish eating, upright for at least 30 minutes. Gravity is your friend.
Yes.
Okay. Let me slide this. That way, now we can see. Okay. And now it's
Okay.
anyway. Gravity is your friend. Maybe we won't slide that back. Okay, here we go. Okay, Ashley says, I'm having trouble finding a vitamin D that doesn't contain corn as an ingredient, most because most have corn.
I know. That's a
Yeah.
grain, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem because it's sugars.
Yes.
But her baby's allergic to corn, the corn
Okay.
syrup. So,
You know what? We can find one. I have one of the holistic midwives I work with, and I can ask them
okay.
to give me the name of one that doesn't have corn in it.
Yay.
And
see?
Angela can get right back to you on it.
See, and I can just message you, Ashley. See, that's what we do. That's why we team. We work as a team because if I don't have an answer, I can always ask a friend. Okay, so I was trying to see if I had a question over on
I think one may have
on
just.
TikTok.
Oh no, just
no. It's just names popping up.
Just
and down.
names popping up.
Okay, so you're welcome. Hello, Miss Nisi. How are you? Thank you for joining me. Okay. And as far as the pain is concerned, if you burp your baby more often and hold them upright instead of laying them down right after you feed them, and this includes the middle of the night.
Yes.
Especially in the middle of the night because babies tend to, squirm and, do their thing in the middle of the night. So make sure you keep them upright for at least 30 minutes after they eat. That way, some of the food or some of the milk has had time to digest. And because when you lay them down, let me see the baby.
There we go.
It's like, okay, I've just ate, and then you lay me down on my back. That milk goes
just like an adult. You lay down after you eat. You have bad.
It goes
reflux.
right back up their system, crawls right, and then it's spitting up.
And they're on their back.
You can get a bouncy seat, or a carrier. If you have other things you need to do, put that baby in a carrier close to you, and your hands are free. Put them in the bouncy seat because the bouncy seat kind of holds them at an angle, and that way you have your hands free. Pacifier is your friend.
Yes.
Give them the pacifier because your digestion starts in your mouth. The saliva has digestive juices in them. So if that baby has a pacifier and is sucking and sucking and sucking, the saliva is still moving in their mouth. So give them a pacifier. It helps with digestion. It helps the milk to digest. That's what 34 years ago, my son had reflux real bad. The pacifier was my friend. Okay, so we have a question.
Are y'all telling people how to parent? Is that what they're asking?
I'm not telling anyone how to parent. No. I am answering questions. If you have a parenting question, I can do that too. Yes. I am a parent 4 times over. Yes. I am a grandparent.
Me too.
4 times over.
4 times.
So if you have parenting questions, a lot of new moms don't know
what they don't know.
They don't know what they don't know.
Just don't know.
And because I work as a newborn care specialist, she works with babies. I've been doing this for over 40 years. I've seen just about any and everything. Yes. I haven't seen it all, but I've seen a lot. So if I can help, then yes. If that's what you want to call, I'm helping them parent. I'm helping them make it through parenting one-on-one.
Okay. Just wondering.
Just wondering, ma'am, continue the good work with helping
The moms.
the mom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with
That one just kind of is doing its
it's
own
doing
thing.
its own thing. Is there anything I can put on my baby's hold on. My baby's face to help with baby acne?
Ooh, it's gonna go away.
It'll go
Breast
away.
milk. You can use some breast
breast
milk.
milk will help, but don't put a lot of lotions and oils
Yeah,
because you
it's gonna go
clog
away by
clog the
itself.
baby's pores.
That's right.
And don't pop it.
Please don't.
You're gonna leave scars on your precious baby's face. If it gets to the point where it bothers you, talk to your pediatrician,
Right.
and they will send you to uh, a dermatologist who works with infants and babies who have skin issues. But you might want to, if you're using baby wipes, because I know several babies that I have worked with, if you're using baby wipes, even the pure water wipes,
Yes.
babies' faces are the most sensitive parts of their
Yes.
body. The little girl that I work with now, if I use a wipe on her face, 5 minutes later, she
She'll
looks like
break
somebody
out.
slapped her. She is red and purple on her jaws or wherever it touched her. And we use water wipes. A warm wet cloth, wash your baby's face. A warm wet cloth.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Baby acne can come from, the spit up, comes from
It doesn't last long. It's gonna go
drool.
away.
It will go away. But don't go putting all these lotions and things
No.
on your baby's face because it may make it worse.
Yes.
Because their skins are very
Yes.
sensitive.
She asked something about Nova. She said, I'm using something.
I'm using powdered formula now with Nova and make bottles on when she needs them. I don't know why I'm scared to pre-make her milk. Well, I tell you what, whatever is working for you, then let it work for you.
Yeah,
If you're not ready to pre-make the bottles, then don't pre-make
do
it. Just do it as it comes. I'm using the ready to feed formula.
Okay, is that a different person or the same person? It's the same person.
Well, if you're
Using
using
the ready to feed,
if
then
you're using the ready to feed, then you can go ahead and pre-make the bottles.
right, it's ready to go.
If it's ready to go, I mean, and if it's ready to go, you really don't need to. Okay, you can pre-make the bottles so they're already be ready to go. Instead, and I mean, how much?
Right.
Yeah. 1 minute to pour 4 ounces of milk
in the bottle.
Put in the bottle.
That's all.
So it's up to you. If you're using ready-made, you can pre-make the bottles. If you're not using, if you don't want to make the bottles ahead of time, you're using ready-made, so there's no shaking and no
don't worry,
swirling.
Don't be sorry. You're good.
You're good.
You're good.
I can't tell you how many typos and even stumbling over my words. Okay,
Me
whoa,
too.
we got questions over here.
Okay, we have
Nanny.
Okay, just one. Okay, that's different. Here, can you see this one?
We have used the same diaper wipes for 8 months. Now she's either having an adverse
reaction or something
to it. Hold on. To wipes or diapers. What to use in change of wipes? I use all water based what?
Water-based Cotieri. Yes, that's a really good one. It's expensive though. It's very expensive. And that brand, actually, the wipes are pretty dry. That's the complaint I get from my clients. The diapers are great, but they don't care for the wipes because the wipes are too dry. If it's working for you though, use it because that's as pure as you're going to get. Those are so expensive.
Now, what else did she say? Baby got her 2-month shots. Oh, it has been spitting up and just not
herself. Is this normal? Does she have fever from the shots?
Some shots. It depends on what shots you got. They should have given you a
Shot
uh,
record.
the details of the shot, which and the side effects of the shot, what to expect from your child. Yeah, your child is probably wait a minute, she said 2 months.
Right, 2 months. I definitely make sure about
When do
if
they
there's been a
get
fever.
the the liquid that goes in their mouth? When do they get
That
that?
one I
It's a
think is
six,
4 or
4 or 6 months.
6.
Okay,
That
because
that
I know
2 month
they get
one,
2 doses. I know they get 2 doses of it. Okay, so
the
because I was
teaser.
going to tell you if it's the one they gave her liquid in her mouth, is it rotavirus?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if she got the rotavirus, yes, it will make her spit up. My baby, she literally threw up. They had
Projectile.
projectile threw up, and they had to give her nausea medicine, which was very expensive for the rotavirus. And if she got the rotavirus, uh, you need to be careful because if she spits up on you, you can get it.
So you might want to have her checked. Okay.
TikTok, what?
You're in my hair.
I don't know. I don't know what that said. Okay.
Oh, she said, yes, they're dry. You are correct. What do you recommend? Well, it's a personal preference. I like the water wipes.
I do too.
I know they don't come out of the, if you have a warmer, they don't come out of the warmer like you want them to, but just keep them in the package. I like the water wipes. That seems to have the best outcome for almost every baby I'm with.
Yeah.
So, but if you're liking that brand, you can continue to use it, but I know it costs quite a bit. Oh, something about the doctor.
Crazy, you're in my head. Yes,
Can you
they are
see?
dry. You're correct. Oh,
Oh,
she's
call the doctor for sure.
oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yes, definitely call the doctor if your baby's not acting the way. I mean, there's some adverse reactions
Yes.
to the medicine, but if they're spitting up and just really just totally off, other than just cranky because they got a shot or their legs are sore, I would definitely call the doctor. Definitely, because I don't know your baby. You know your baby. You with your baby all day, all night. You know your baby better than we do, and better than your doctor does. But your doctor can give you medical advice as to what to do with your baby. So please,
Definitely.
yes, definitely call your doctor and see what your doctor says.
Baby doesn't like anything cold. Well, you can put the water wipes in the warmer.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, a little challenging for you to get them out. But if the baby doesn't like anything cold, then you can put those in the warmer and they'll be warm.
Yep. But just make sure that you at the bottom of
Yes.
that little foam that you're supposed
little
to
pad.
keep wet. Please keep it wet.
It'll burn.
Or else the wipes are going to dry out.
Yep.
So and the little foam thing will burn up on the bottom.
Yes.
and you smell your baby smell like scorched.
Scorched baby bottom.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a question over here. Any tips on helping a child poop on the potty? He will pee just fine, but refuses to poop unless in a diaper. Autism also plays a role in this. Okay, so today, my 1-year-old, she just turned 1 last week. She pooped on the potty for the first time. Now, if anybody's potty trained, you know how significant that is.
It's poopy party time.
I did not encourage. I mean, I didn't say, okay, let's go poop. I just knew that she hadn't pooped all day. I put her on the potty, and she didn't even pee pee. She just pooped, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she kept going. I was like, "Are you pooping? Do you?" Because she had in the last 6 weeks that we've been training her, she has never pooped on the potty. Today, she's never even tried. Today, I guess she knew what she was supposed to do. Pooping on the potty with most kids is a control thing. Yes. It's like, I can't let it go. And then it feels funny because they're used to filling it up next to them when it comes out in the pamper. And when it drops into the toilet or into the potty, it's like they're letting go a piece of them. They can't, they have no control over it, staying next to them. But thank you, TQ Toes. Um, she said, I saw that. Congrats. Thank you. But I, I put poop on mine. I know
She did poop.
that's why I put a viewer discretion advised on there, because nannies, mamas, parents, you know, some of us, it's just natural reaction, and kids do that, and we just, we can sit and talk about it and eat dinner and do whatever we do, and it's no big deal. Other people, they're like, ew, I'm trying to eat. Ew, that's so nasty. So that's why I put a view advisory on there. But
here was one over
it's hard to get the poop to come, but just keep trying. If they're constipated, that's hard too. I would suggest fiber, things like raisins, apples, pears, that will help naturally soften the stool. If they're really really constipated, then talk to the doctor about a stool softener, which might help them make it easier for them to poop. Because some kids, they hold on to it, hold on to it, and hold on to it, and they don't want to let it go, and then it just kind of gets packed in there.
Yes.
And then when it gets packed, it's almost like you have to. I'm gonna use my baby. One little boy, he refused to go, so I had to end up pulling him back on the potty. We went back and forth and back. Okay, I think y'all can see me back there, but he's sitting down, and I held his hands, and I just took him back and forth, because it works the core muscles.
Yes.
So we went back and forth. We made it a game. We sit down on the potty, and especially if your child poops around the same time every day, this makes it easier. If you observe, and if your child poops this around the same time every day, you take them to the potty and you pull them forward and push them back. It's a game. Let's play a game, a tug of war. Let me see if you can pull me harder than I can pull you. And before you know it, they're going back and forth and back and forth, and it's working that core, and and that poop is going through. And I know this is a disgusting subject to some of y'all, but just bear with me. But the poop goes through the intestines, and before you know it, if they start pulling away from you, it's probably because it's coming. When they really start pulling away from you, it's probably because it's coming out. Pull back. Pull them forward,
Yes.
because when you pull them forward, it expands the bowels, and it makes it come out better. And like I said, I know that's probably TMI for some of you all, but if you're potty training and you're trying to get your child to poop on the potty,
gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do.
This one was she's having the crease, redness in the creases. I'm not sure what kind of diaper cream you're using. There's a few you can try. Mother Love works good. It also works good if you're breastfeeding on your nipples. Sometimes A&D. If it's that bad, the doctor may have to do a prescription for you.
Eucerin cream. My son was, oh my gosh, he was allergic to diapers, and he could only wear the Pampers brand. Pampers. Now this is 30 some odd years ago. Pampers have come a long way.
Yes, they have.
Since 35 years ago, but it was only like 2 or 3 brands of Pampers out there, and he was allergic to everything that wasn't the Pampers brand, and he was red and raw, and the doctors prescribed, no, Jesus, wrong word, prescribed Eucerin cream. It was a now you can get Eucerin cream over the counter.
Yeah.
But back then, Eucerin cream had, and I put that Eucerin cream. Now, what my grandmother did was she said, "Baby, let me show you something." Now the Eucerin cream was slowly working. I could tell the improvements. But my grandmother got some scorched flour, some Vaseline, and some hydrocortisone cream. and she mixed it together. And I'm not gonna tell you how to mix it and do it, but she mixed all that together. She put it on his little behind. By 3 o'clock that afternoon, she put it on at 8 o'clock that morning. Every time we changed the pamper, we put it on there. By 3 o'clock that afternoon,
Yes.
the redness had gone away and his skin tone was coming back. I said, "What in the world?" She said, "Girl, it just works." And I'm like, "I need the recipe. So when my kids have kids, we're gonna be doing that recipe." So yeah, but I can't give you that recipe because it's a home remedy, and I don't know your baby, and I'm not going to suggest anything to you.
Right.
I am not a doctor, and I cannot suggest anything to you. It was a home remedy. Check with your grandma. That's all I can say. Check with your grandma. Okay, we do a lot of smoothies. Sometimes suppositories are necessary. He gets so constipated. Oh, I'm so sorry. But with him being autistic, yes, it probably does have something to do with autism because autistic children are very particular about certain things, and they're very uh, I should say specialized in certain things because I know one autistic child that I used to take care of. She used to like watching Lion King. Her mama had like 30 Lion King videos. She said she goes through one a week because it looked like she was not paying attention, but
But
she
she
would
was.
fast forward. I mean, she would walk around with the remote control. She hit the fast forward button and then she stopped it. I mean, it was like precisely at the same spot every time. She stopped it. She's walking around doing something else, and she'd go by, she'd pick up the remote control, she'd stop it, rewind, stop it, and then go right back to the same spot. I don't know how she did that, but it was like precisely, and I learned that little phrase. It was like a minute and a half of that film that she would watch at least 12 to 13 times before she stopped and moved on. Autistic children have,
So,
even children with Asperger's, which is a high functioning autistic child or person. Um, it is hard to, unless you work with them, you know what their specialties. I
right.
call them specialties. I don't want to call them abilities. It's disabilities. They're specialties. You know what's special about them, and when you watch them and you take care of them, and you just know. So yes, autism plays a big part in that. What's good? What's good to take a pacifier away from a baby? So
How
it's a good
how
how to take it away from the baby,
and
or
how old is this baby?
when is a good time to take it away from the baby? I need a little bit more information. Hello, babysitters of Charlotte. Hi,
Oh,
hi, Mary. I just realized she was on here. How are you? That is awesome. She did that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mary's joining us from Facebook. Do we have any more questions? What do
I
you
think so.
recommend for
Teething.
teething? My baby doesn't like anything cold in his mouth. Okay. There are certain teething toys.
Yes. The
Um, they
banana.
they have yeah, the
The
bananas.
banana's a
They
good
have a
one.
shark. Um, what else does she have? Silicone, like a little bracelet with the
Yes.
little silicone balls on there.
Those are
Um,
actually really good.
yeah, the silicone balls. Carrots, depending on how old your baby is.
Right.
If they're eating, if your baby is eating, I like to get carrots um, until they get the teeth in. When they get the teeth in, then they start chipping off on the carrot. We don't want that. But the carrot, my son was 12 months old and didn't have teeth. I went to buy a new car, and this older gentleman in there said, um, "Give him some carrots. Just take a carrot out of the refrigerator, peel it, and give him some carrots." So I gave him carrots. 3 weeks later, that boy had teeth. I was like, and because he was eating. Now, if your child is not eating foods or purees or baby led weaning yet, then don't give them the carrot. But there
Right.
are gum massagers that
Yes.
you can get. They don't necessarily have to go into the refrigerator. You can put them in the refrigerator if you like to. A lot of you can,
But if they don't want anything cold, just keep
right.
them out.
But a lot of the teething toys say put in the refrigerator and not in the freezer. But a lot of people freeze it because, oh, it's got liquid in here, it must go in the freezer. No, because some of those things can expand and
Right.
pop. What does that keep going across the top of my screen?
Oh,
There's something
not
on
certain.
TikTok that keeps going across the top of my screen. I have no clue what it is. I am doing good. Hope you are well. Yes, Mary, I am well and I am back. Uh, what do you recommend for? Okay.
Okay. Then the next one is I'll move so you can.
When I tell you flower came to my mind, I thought I was crazy. Anyway, Trish.
Old school.
Yes,
Old school.
old school. Yes, flower came to your mind. Yes, scorched flower. Yes, that's my
That's
my
funny.
grandmother made it and put it on him, and she took care of him. She said, you go lay down, go get you some rest." I got up. I was like, "What happened to him? He was ready to rock. Now he's color coming back."
Hey.
So yeah, my 6-month-old is on a pacifier, but I want to take it away before she turns 7 months. She just turned 6 months today. Well, I tell you what, gradually take it away.
Gradually.
You got a month to gradually take it away. Only give it to her when necessary. If Because pacifiers are just that, they pacify and they soothe.
Exactly.
So she's at the point where she can start self-soothing. Well,
Definitely.
past the point of self-soothing.
Right.
Hold on a second.
Definitely. Let's take it.
My mouth was dry.
little
Hello,
bit at a
Courtney.
time.
How are you? Let's see.
Oh, can't read that one.
I'm just always trust your
When
gut,
did
moms.
you-
Yes, always trust your gut. Okay, so you're going to take her pacifier away gradually, and you're going to make sure that she, at 6 months, I don't know if you have taught her to be independent,
Right.
um, but at 6 months, she should be able to play somewhat independently. I know most of my babies, but that's because I work with them and being
Right.
independent. It takes working with them to be uh, independent. Glad you're well, Courtney. Okay. I got a question in the Q&A box. Any tips for helping a child poop on the toilet? You want to? Oh, okay.
Okay. You did that one.
We did that one. Okay. Thank you for your question. Hello, British Nanny in Oz.
Oh, I like that name.
Yeah, and she's actually in Oz. Seriously. Uh, what's good to take a password? Okay, I'm trying to make sure that I didn't miss anybody's question. Let's see.
And I'll look over here. Notes.
What would be good to remove a password because I want my daughter off of it? Okay,
That's
because
all.
you want.
You're good over there too.
Okay, so do we have any more questions? Any more questions before my lovely Vanna White assistant
Have to vanish.
has to vanish, and she's got to go. The pumpkin's gonna pop.
Yes.
This is her
He's
midnight.
waiting. The baby's waiting.
So she's her advice is, do you have any sleep tips? I tried Forever method with twins, but it's been 3 weeks and it's not working. Someone is always crying. I have twins, they sleep in the same room. Okay, your twins are going to have to get used to each other's voices.
Yes.
And yes, the avalanche always happens. And I call it the avalanche because when one starts, the other one starts. It's an avalanche. But when I sleep train twins, pacifier is my friend.
Yes.
And I also make the room conducive to sleep. the sound machine. If you have a sound machine, turn your sound machine up so that it's like a background noise.
And the decibel is pretty high.
Yes, yes, because I know uh, I had one parent who had twins. He had a Bose speaker, and I told him brown noise. So he plugged in his phone, put up the app, hit brown noise, and hit play. And when he did that, and I mean, you could hear it all through the house. It was loud. I was like, your kid's gonna be deaf. They're perfectly fine.
Totally.
But the sound was loud enough where they couldn't hear each other, but low enough where they hear the noise and it would trigger sleep.
And get them in there at the same time.
Train breastfed baby that sleeps in parents' bed.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a problem.
First you gotta get them out the bed.
Get them out of the bed.
Start with nap time. And start slowly at night and start them out in. She said, "Oh, all of us is like, oh." I use a box fan to help drown the noise. That's good. That's good. That is a good.
It is.
It's a good thing.
Very resourceful.
But you might need something in the background too. I have an old iPad that I use. I have the hatch. I have used what's that?
Jeez. Oh, the shusher.
The
You get the shusher.
The shusher works
and
too.
you can turn that up pretty loud.
She's laughing when both nannies say, "Oh." When we both say "oh" at the same time, you know, and then you got one from the audience saying "oh" too.
Yes.
We're all saying "oh" because it's hard to and she says, "Oh my, get that baby out of the bed." I agree.
Out.
Yes, the baby has to come out of the bed. I would start with nap time first. Classic FM
Formula? Is that what you're trying to say?
is also
Or
good.
FML? I don't know.
Okay, so she's from Oz. So her FML may be something totally different.
Okay.
Okay. A British nanny from Oz. What is the FML? What does the acronym stand for? She's 5 months. Ooh.
Get her out right away.
Right away. Because you have started.
Radio
We have created. Oh, radio channel, FML.
Yes.
Okay, it's a radio channel. Okay, well, I don't know about an FML over here. So, but yeah.
Love
It
Candy.
used to
She's
just
got
turn
get
the
out.
radio on and you can just get the static.
Right.
But now
Everybody's got something to say.
everybody all night long. So she's 5 months old. So she has gone through well, she may still be in the 4 to 5 month
regression.
Regression.
Yes.
I
It's
like
going to be a challenge for you.
It's going to be a challenge. You're going to have to
just keep repeating the same
I'm gonna
steps
say,
every night.
You're going to have to FM like radio. Okay. Okay. Cool. I like that. Okay. Oh, it was supposed to say FM. It said FML. Okay, got it.
It's good.
FM like radio. Okay, got it. All right, I understand that. But it's going to take patience.
Yes.
You're gonna have to pull up your big girl drawers and take it because it's going to. I don't like the cried out method.
Neither do I.
But there's a way to gently. You have to know when they're crying and when they're just whining.
That's right.
So start with
try a chair method. You come in every 3 to 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You go out, but you're going to have to stay consistent with it every night.
Every time they go to sleep.
Yep.
Every time. You cannot say, "Oh, I don't feel like doing this tonight. Oh my gosh."
Got to do it.
The minute you give in, you're teaching your child, "Oh, if I cry long enough,
That's
loud
right.
enough,
they'll rescue me.
She's going to give in and I win."
Babies are smart.
Yes. At 5 months old, oh, she knows a whole lot more than you think she does. And probably is playing you right now.
Exactly.
That's all I can say. Because I've seen a lot of babies. They do one thing for me. They do another thing
For the parents.
because they know that I'm going to be consistent. My no means no. My yes means yes.
Yes.
And my maybe is maybe. I hardly ever say maybe.
Fridge magnets with your sayings. That would be cool. That would be so cool.
Okay. I'm gonna switch this around and let you see.
She's got a lot of magnets, you guys.
See my refrigerator. You see
But
my
I agree.
refrigerator?
She needs her own sayings on the magnets on everyone's refrigerator.
So that's my refrigerator. That's my cup with my water in it. But that's my refrigerator. Those are the places that my husband and I have traveled. Mostly him, not me, because he travels. But that's she
that's
said,
a good suggestion. Girl, you need to.
I need to make some.
Yes, that's a good business idea.
I need to find a magnet person. Somebody put me in contact with somebody who makes magnets. Because I came up with one today. I was counseling with a nanny today, and I came up with one today. But I'm gonna put it on my other. I almost said YouTube, on my other TikTok page. If you're not following Doing Life with Gigi, please go follow me on TikTok, Doing Life with Gigi. It's doing underscore life underscore with underscore Gigi, Gigi. So please go follow me. That's my inspirational page, my Doing Life, things that I have one channel for moms and dads and parents and kids and things that I teach on, and one parent for inspiration, things that happen in life. I'm getting ready to upload date night from Sunday night. Oh, it was so gorgeous. We ate outside on the top of a hill, looking on a Lake Travis. Oh, and it was a beautiful steakhouse, and it was all lit up. I'm gonna upload it. So put on your big girl pants is a classic. Yes, put on your big girl pants.
Your big girl pants.
And come on with it. But yes, you're gonna have to start slowly. And FY, I'm on my lunch break. What a joy, 1:30 p.m. in Sydney.
Ooh, I would love to be there.
Okay, so today is Tuesday. So
we can swap.
It must be Wednesday there. Because it's 8:30 p.m.
Yes, Central Time.
Central Time
States.
Here in the United States. So if it's 1:30 p.m., I can't imagine you're behind me. Maybe she's behind us.
I don't know unless she says yep.
Oh, so it is Wednesday there. So it's the next.
So good Lord, ahead of us.
How many hours? That's like what?
Because even like the Philippines.
That's like 17, 18 hours ahead. You're almost 24 hours ahead of us. Real lifetime travel ladies.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
She's ahead of us. She's ahead of us.
Love it.
Thank you for tuning in from Sydney.
Yes. Gosh, I love it.
Let's see.
Something about it.
Traveling with an 8-month-old, advice and how to deal with woes of baby growing up. It's bittersweet. Yes,
it is.
Capture every moment. I hope you got SD cards to go in your phone. Capture every moment so that you can go back and look on those, even the not so funny ones, because the not so funny ones, when you look back,
will be funny.
It will be funny. I don't know how I survived that girl. Let me tell you the story about this. Oh my God.
And do a video. Hold every day. Do a video. I think that'd be great. I might get a movie deal.
I do videos with my little girl, or I try to, but now she knows the camera's on her and she goes all up in the camera. I'm like,
I love it.
I want you to continue doing what you're doing because you're doing something new so I can record it and send it to mom and daddy. But no, she's in the camera like this, like, oh, I see me. Where? Yeah, I see
they
me right
are
there.
The best.
So I'm just like, go back to what you were doing. I'm trying to record you. So take plenty of pictures.
Yes.
If you're traveling with your baby,
enjoy the journey.
I would say try to make the flight during their nap time.
Yes.
Take plenty of When you get on the plane, as the plane accelerates and takes off, feed your baby because the
Oh,
sucking will make the
the
ears
pressure.
pop.
Woohoo!
And when you're
Gets
descending,
me.
about 30 minutes before you start descending, um, feed your baby or give them the pacifier so that they're sucking and it pops their ears. I'd like to travel during nap time. I plan the trip around nap time or fly. Especially if you're traveling overseas, I I try to a week before we travel. I try to switch. Kind of if it's going to be a different. If the time is going to be ahead when we get there, I try to go ahead so that they won't skip a beat with their nap times and everything because otherwise it's just going to be all messed up. It's going to be 5 o'clock in the morning. And they think, oh, it's time to get up and play because here where you travel from, it's time to get up and play. It's
Right.
actually 8 o'clock. But there it may be uh 5 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning. And their body is set to I'm supposed to be up at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I don't care that it's 3 o'clock in the morning here. My body says this is the time I'm supposed to be up. So they'll be up ready to play. And you'll be like, oh. And then when they take their nap, you'll be dead tired. And
That's a good one. I gotta go. But she has a 2-month-old. When should I?
start getting her to sleep uh,
Without being
being
rocked,
rocked.
etc. Yeah,
Now,
now. Do it right now.
now, because
Pat her in the crib. If she cries too long, come on out. Pat her some more, come on out. She'll get used to it. You better do it now, though.
again, pull up your big girl drawers and come
That's
on with
right.
it.
She'll
What's the
catch
way to
on
start
quickly.
weaning formula? Do I start incorporating hormone milk into meal times instead of bottle feeds? Uh, so I like to start about 2 weeks before they turn a year old because most doctors say by the time they turn a year old, they should be drinking whole milk. So what I will do is I'll start with 75% formula, 25% milk. And then,
Thanks,
okay,
Angela.
you're
I
welcome.
gotta
Say
go.
bye bye.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna come to the center of the camera. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Sheila.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
So hopefully she'll be back next week. We'll start earlier next week, so she'll have more time. But yeah, let me turn this way. But everybody says bye, Sheila. But what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. I'm so busy telling her bye. I forgot what I was talking about. Uh, that is what my nanny boy does. Right, gets right in the camera right now. Yes, to get in the camera. Um, is shea butter good for sensitive babies? I wouldn't. I wouldn't put shea butter on my baby until after, um, because all shea butter is not pure shea butter. Unless you have pure shea butter, I would check with my doctor before. But I wouldn't use shea butter before a year old. I did use coconut oil. My son had cradle cap. I did put coconut oil, but you have to be careful because nuts, allergies. But I would not use shea butter because all shea butter, it may say shea butter on the package, but if you flip it over and it says more than just shea butter and all these other words that you cannot read, I would not put that on my baby. And that's just my honest opinion. As far as 2 months old, when should you start sleep without? Okay, so I try to, because I work with my babies, most of my babies I work with from birth, I make sure that I put them in the crib. I don't go get them when they start whining. I'll wait until, because most of the time when they start whining, I give them like 30 seconds. And most of the time it's just them, especially newborns, they'll go, you hear all these little weird noise. And to me, don't get offended. They sound like little puppies. Um, So I don't go get them right away. I teach them that you can be uncomfortable. I am still here. When I know that they need me, I go get them. I pick them up. I soothe them. I take care of whatever needs they have. And then I put them back in the crib. After I feed them, I put them back down. My son does the same. But it starts, you have to create a pattern with your babies. When you create a pattern with your babies, they learn those patterns. And because when you get to 4, 5, 6 months old, they have learned those patterns, then they start teaching you. And they cry long enough, they cry loud enough, and you come get there. They start training you instead of you training them. Whereas if you are consistent in your training, and as they grow, the training switches. It doesn't necessarily stop, but as their needs extend, you extend the training that you do. So say that when my babies are 6 to 8 weeks old, there is a period between, with the babies that I work with, there's a period between 6 to 8 weeks where this like light bulb comes on, like, oh, I think I want to go to sleep now. It's also the period when they stop. Um, Most babies stop cluster feeding. That's what I'm trying to say. They stop all the cluster feeding, so they are full enough to sleep through the night. And instead of waking them up, giving them that dream feed, and putting them back down, I will see and let them naturally wake up instead of waking them up. I shouldn't say waking them up, picking them up, giving them a dream feed, burping them, holding them for 30 minutes, then put them back down. I will wait, or I will stick the pacifier in their mouth to see, are you really hungry, or are you just used to getting up at that time? So you're used to having something in your mouth at that time. So I will put the pacifier in. If they put the pacifier in and they stuck a couple of times and they go, I know they're good. But if I put the pacifier in their mouth and they go like they're about to eat the pacifier, I know that they're hungry. So I will go ahead and feed them. I don't believe in starving babies or whatever, or holding out on them if they're hungry. But if I know that they're just want something in their mouth, I try to let them, stay asleep, because it creates a pattern of, I don't need that bottle at 2 o'clock in the morning anymore. I can do without it because I've had enough milk throughout the day that will hold me through the night. But you also have to make sure that your 2 month old gets enough, at least 2 to 2.5 ounces times their weight. So if they are 10 pounds, they need to be drinking at least 20 to 25 ounces a day within a 24-hour period. If you can get it in them between 7 in the morning and 8, 9 o'clock at night, perfect, because they've had enough milk what they can sustain. But I like to wait right around 6 to 8 weeks is when babies are about 10 to 12 pounds. It also depends. I also go by the weight. So when they get to about 10 to 12 pounds, 6 to 8 weeks, that's when that light bulb goes on and they start sleeping more than 5 or 6 hours. I know that they can sleep at least 1 hour times the weeks that they are old. So if they're 6 weeks, they can sleep for a 6 hour period. If they're 7 weeks, I know they can sleep for a 7 hour period. I've had babies outsleep me out of a job. I go there to help sleep train, and they are ready. And all of a sudden they just start sleeping, and I'm like, well, we don't need you anymore. Little Johnny is sleeping for 9 hours. That's all we sleep. I'm like, okay, all right. They sleep me out of a job because I have started with them early enough and putting things in place and stretching them and stretching them and stretching them where they don't even wake up. If they wake up, I put the pacifier in and they continue to sleep. I try to get my babies to sleep 12 hours by 12 weeks. Sometimes mom and dad are good with 10 weeks, 10 hours or 9 hours. As long as they sleep in 8 hours a night, I don't care. And once they get to the 8 hours a night, mom and dad don't care. And I'm okay, my job is done. Okay. How long do I leave her to cry in her crib before taking her out to settle her? Um, if she starts crying, and I mean like boo-hooing crying, not uh, eh, eh. If that's just the whine, or if they're just going, eh, oh, that's not a cry. But if they're going, what, what, that's a cry. I try to get when I see that they're not settling before they get to the cry. I try putting the pacifier in their mouth to see if the pacifier work. Most of the time, the pacifier will comfort them and they'll quieten down. If you train them uh, to stretch it out and kind of self soothe and work out their problems, maybe it's gas. If they wake up screaming, it's probably gas. I immediately go and pick them up and burp them because usually there's gas bubble moving, and then when the gas bubble moves, I promise you, it is so painful. I've had gas bubbles move. I thought I was having a heart attack. Was on my way to the hospital and I burped. I said, "Turn the car around. I'm okay now." Embarrassing as it was, gas bubbles hurt, and it makes you and I know if it hurt me as an adult when I thought I was having a heart attack, I know these poor babies are having it's hurting them. So if they wake up screaming, the first thing I do is pick them up and burp them because it's probably a gas bubble. At least 65 to 70% of the time it's a gas bubble moving. And then I check the pamper. Have they pooped? Are they wet? Because some babies, like my middle child, could not stand to be wet. I don't care if it was the middle of the night. I had to train him that he did not need to, that I put overnight diapers on him. I had to train him. I'm not going to wake up every time you pee. I'm not waking up 5, 6 times a night just because you wet your diaper. I had to train him to sleep through the night. That's why they make overnight diapers so that, because babies are going to wet 2 or 3 times throughout the night. And I put that overnight diaper on him on purpose. So you're going to have to create some habits to uh, set the tone for your child to adjust to instead of letting them scream and holler and you adjusting to them and come running and get them every time. Because sometimes when they wake up screaming or they wake up, well, I shouldn't say screaming, when they wake up crying and whining, they're still sleepy. And when you go in there and pick them up, you just ruined everything that you were working for. Because if you give them time to settle and kind of lull themselves back to sleep. Now this is older kids. This is not a 2 month old. 2 month olds are different than 7 and 8 month olds because they can do it. But 2 month old, it may be a little harder for her to put herself back to sleep unless you started from day one in sleep conditioning. So put some things in place to help her to sleep. Sleep, the sound machine, the dark room, um, sleep sack. I like the sleep sack or swaddle. I like the sleep sack slash swaddle with the hands up because if you lay your baby down, then the hands naturally go up. If you take a baby out of a swaddle, what do they naturally do? Like this, they're stretching up. So I like to sleep the Love to Dream swaddle and sleep sack because it leaves room for them to kick their feet, but it's snug up top and and allows them to hold their arms up. It also has little ridges around it so that if they need to self-soothe when they stick their hands in their mouth, that little ridge is just hard enough where if they're teething, it soothes their gums. So all those things put in place, having a regular bedtime routine, it triggers those things. I have a video about brain triggers. It triggers those things. If you turn the music, turn the light down, and play soft music, give them a bath, sing them a song, read them a story, feed them their bottle, burp them, hold them upright, and then put them down. All of those things trigger it's time to go to sleep. It's bedtime. It's time to go to sleep. So if you have all those things and you're creating a routine that they can follow, think about your day. If you know you get lunch from 12 to 1, you know that your Monday morning your reports are due. Right after reports, we have that Monday morning meeting. Okay, that motivational meeting, what's going to take us to you have a routine at work. It may not be that particular routine, but you have a routine of where you do things. When I go to work, first thing I do, I greet the baby and the dog at the door. The dog thinks I'm her nanny. She's got to sniff me and then approve me to come into the house. And she's a Great Dane, so I just sit there and she sniffs, and then she wants me to pet her. I always pet the dog before I pet the baby because I go and wash my hands when I come in the door. I pet the dog. So I got the dog because the dog is so tall and big and the baby is walking now. I don't want the dog trampling over the baby. So I take care of the dog and the dog's all excited and I get the dog calmed down, pet her, get her lovings in so she doesn't feel like a stepchild because I promise you the dog is human. I then go wash my hands and I get the baby and we go potty. We go get our socks and our shoes. We have a routine. We go outside. We go to the park. She climbs. She swings. We come back. We eat breakfast. She knows after breakfast we go and we go to the potty. After we potty, we go put the Pampers away. It's a routine and they know what to expect. She can pretty much, she drags me down the hallway, drags me back this way because she knows what to expect. So when you put things in place for your child and they know what to expect next, and this comes next, and this comes next, nap time is even if she's wide awake, I have put things in place and the routine in place that when she's wide awake at 10:30, 10:15, she gets a bottle. And most of the time, when she gets done with the bottle, she wants to play. But the lights are down low and the sound machine is on while she's drinking her bottle. She has on her sleep sack. She's ready for bed. And even if she's not sleepy, I pick her up, give her a kiss. I pat her back to make sure all the burps that she has in there because sometimes she gets gas trapped. So I pat her back, make sure she got all the burps out, put her in her bed, pat her on her back, say goodnight, close the door because the lights are out. And she goes to sleep. She sleeps for 2 hours straight most days. Let me knock on wood so she won't wake up tomorrow. But those are the things that I have in place. And you've got to do that for your child. Put those things in place so that your child knows what comes next and what comes next and what comes next. And even though they may be reluctant to do it, they know what's going to come next. They may go screaming and crying, but they know what time it is. I have a video about a set of twins. They were upset. They didn't want to go to sleep. They took their sippy cups and they went down the hallway and into their room because even though they were upset that they didn't want to go to sleep, it was nap time, they still did it because it was routine. I didn't have to beg and scream and pull and tug and because it was routine and they had been doing it for so long, they knew this is what I got to do, even though I'm upset about it. No, I don't fuss at them because they get upset. We all get upset about something. I don't fuss at the kids because it's a natural reaction. I don't like half the things that go on in my life. Yes, I cry about some of them, but that still not going to change what's going on in my life. I still have to go out and do what I got to do. So I'm just encouraging you all to do the same. Let's see. How to not be a human pacifier for baby who refuses bottles and all pacifiers. Oh my gosh. Cat. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hard. I would suggest that as far as the bottles, you need someone else to feed him the bottles, your baby the bottles. Babies smell your milk and they know where it comes from. And they're like, nope. And when you get somebody else to feed them the bottles, you don't need to be in the room. You need someone else to feed them the bottles and you go out of the room. Don't even be present for that because they see you and they will continue to refuse the bottles. And that's going to take practice. It's going to take practice and you gradually do it. Try for 3 or 4 minutes to get them to take the bottle. Have someone else to try to get them to take the bottle for 3 or 4 minutes. And then, when that breakdown, that temper tantrum, whatever comes, and then you gradually go in, pick up your baby, feed your baby, and then uh, if they need a top off, let them take the bottle. But it's going to take you gradually every day, um, starting with the bottle. Have someone else start with the bottle. And it's going to, every time it's feeding time, gradually start with the bottle. Because if you come in first and they're going to refuse, I'm not hungry. I just had some. Mama just fed me. I'm not hungry. No, 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 no. Not gonna take the bottle. No, no, no. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. You can't make me take this bottle. No. That's the way your baby's gonna act. But if you start gradually with somebody else, and when they get hungry, they'll eat. I'm not saying starve your child, but I'm saying train them with the bottle first, and then you top them off, and then eventually, just it all comes from the bottle. But it all takes time and it all takes patience and it's going to be frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be frustrating because a lot of mamas cannot stand to, including me. I can't stand to hear my babies cry. I don't like it at all. But sometimes crying is necessary. Just saying. Okay, let me see what I have over here. We were discussing weaning from formula. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Okay, so I don't think I finished the weaning from formula. I start with the 25% whole milk, 75% formula, gradually go to 50-50, and then I go 75% uh, whole milk, 25% formula until they are completely on whole milk or whatever milk that you are weaning them to. Okay? Bye, lovey. Works. Call it. Bye. Hello, Chef Steffi. How are you? A baby is near 1 year, and I am noticing she is becoming more vocal and screaming. Miss attitude and personality is evolving. Would you say this is normal stage of development? Yes, because they are learning words. They are learning to mimic what they see. They are imitating what they see, and they have their own personalities. They know what they feel. They will look at you and give you an angry face, or they will look at you and smile when they're happy. They know their feelings. They have big, huge emotions. They don't necessarily have the words for it yet, but they will start saying, like today, my baby girl, I always say when I pick her up, I say up, up, up. And when I put her down, I say down, down, down. I'm teaching her concepts. So when she goes on the potty, I pick her up, I said up, up, up. And then I put her down on the potty, I said down, down, down. So when I pick her up off the potty, I said up, up, up. And then when I put her on the floor to change her pamper, I said down, down, down. Today, it's like today she just had this overwhelming uh, spurt of words and beginning sounds and sign language and all these things just started coming out. I said up, up, up. She said up, 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 up. I said yes, up, up, up. And then I put her down. She said da, 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 da. I said yes, down, down, down. And I'm like, where's all this coming from? I told her, I said, we're gonna go put on your socks. And she went like this. This is the sign for socks. She goes like this. When I said, okay, and then we're gonna put on your shoes. She goes like this for shoes. I'm like, I said, uh, I didn't even have to show her. She just started doing the signs. I've been doing signs for a while. They have this a burst of personality. They are coming into themselves and they get attitudes. And I remember telling her today, she was whining. I said, wait, I said, hold on, wait a minute. I said, listen to me. I need your 1 year old attention. So that means I got about 3 seconds. I need you to listen to me. And that's when I started telling her, we're going to put your socks and shoes on. And she started signing. And all of a sudden, when she started signing, she started smiling like, oh, I know what you're talking about. And she started doing it. So, yes, your child is evolving. Yes, it is normal. Yes, she's going to have attitudes. Yes, she's going to have big emotions. Yes, she's going to scream and whine, and she's going to let you know her displeasure at what you are doing. No, you're not doing it right. No, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to do that. Or yes, and she'll smile and clap her hands like, yes, that's the best thing since sliced bread. So, yes, your child is going to come with all these different things, all these different emotions that she's been watching for the whole year that you have been taking care of her. Things that you have said, attitudes that you may have had, reactions, facial expressions, all of that's going to come to the light because she realized, I remember all of this. I can do all this. I can imitate her. And they will know exactly when to do it because they have been paying attention. I promise you that. So, yes, that is normal stage of development. They are recognizing what and imitating what they have heard and seen and trying to figure out how does this work for me. So it's all coming together for them. Merlin sleep suit was amazing for swaddle transition. Yes, I love the Merlin the Merlin sleep suit, but you have to be careful with those sleep suits because they feel like marshmallows. You can't dry them because they'll shrink. And you have to make sure it's cool in the baby's room because they get hot and babies can overheat in them. So, but it says that on the instructions for the Merlin suit. Sorry, my mouth was getting dry. Okay. Best age to transition for now. Okay, so I don't necessarily go by age. I go by the child's needs. When a child starts showing signs that they don't want to, they don't need as much sleep in the morning as they is in the afternoon, I transition to one nap. Now, usually that's around 15, 16 months old. I would do a long nap in the morning and a short nap in the afternoon, or do a short nap in the morning and do a longer nap in the afternoon. Say 45 minutes in the morning and then a 2 hour nap in the afternoon. So you have like about 3 hours of sleep during the day and then a healthy bedtime routine and going to bed on time. Okay. And yes, you can drop a nap if you um around 5 months old, baby girl dropped one nap. And what we did was we went to a longer morning nap, and that transition takes time and it takes uh, patience and consistency because she was used to having an hour nap and then a 2 hour nap and then a 45-minute nap. And combining that first and second nap to that. We dropped that 1 hour nap in the morning, pushed it back, pushed that after that 2 hour nap up. So she ends up taking a nap from 10:30 to 12:30. And from 10 to, and when she eats lunch, she eats breakfast and a bottle before her nap. And then when she gets up, she has lunch and a bottle later on. And she takes an afternoon nap of about 45 minutes. So we kind of drop the nap there, but it takes consistency because their bodies are regulated to. She was used to going down at 9:30. So we gradually pushed it to 10. And then we gradually pushed it to 10:30. Now that takes about a month's time, depending on your child. Some children transition are easier to transition than others, but look for the body signs. Look for the cues for uh, from your baby. Just like potty training, I wasn't expecting to potty train her at 11 months old, but she decided she could control her body fluids. Now she had some control, I put it like that. She had some control over it. So I started putting her on the potty. As soon as I put her down, before I can get the pamper unfolded, she is pee in the potty instead of, and crawling off that, yay! I'm like, yes, yay. I don't care if it's 2 drops. We yay every time. I don't care if she doesn't put anything in there. We yay every time because I want to keep encouraging her to go to the potty. And today was the day that she pooped on the potty. And I was not expecting that, but she did it on her own because I encouraged her. So encourage your children, be patient, encourage them, push it back. Yes, they're gonna be sleeping, they're gonna fight you, and they're gonna be whining and I don't want this and I don't, and everything's gonna irritate them until they get to sleep. So gradually push it back and push the other one forward so they kind of meet in the middle, and that's how you drop that nap. Okay. How long do I leave her to cry in the crib? Okay, I think we talked about that. And do I stay in the room or leave the room? I would leave the room because your baby can smell, especially if you're breastfeeding. Ah, shoot. Oh, that itches. Oh, sorry. My arm is itching. Ah, okay. Um, I leave the room. Only way I stay in the room is when they're 1 and 2, 3 weeks old. Very early, the first 5 or 6 weeks. I kind of stay in the room to kind of watch them, get to know them because I don't know this child. Um, but once they get to the point where I know that they can sleep, I will go to another room and let them sleep because every time I move, they're going to hear me. They're going to sense me there. And once I leave the room and let them do it on their own and watch the monitor, I know that I'm just a step away. So I watch them and I magnify that monitor so I can see the little chest go up and down like this. I'm like, okay, they breathing. All right. So that's just me. But if you feel more comfortable staying in the room, then you stay in the room. But I would suggest you leave because they will hear you. If you're breastfeeding, they're gonna smell you and they're gonna want you. It's just like a magnet. I want it that those polar opposites attract. Yeah, you the magnet. She has a magnet and she wants to latch on. So the further away you are, the less that magnetism is. Let me see. Hello, Brandy Nicole. How are you? Thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm gonna take one. She said, Nanny, I know. I'm so sorry, Kat. Tips for dealing with a 14-month-old who has suddenly started extremely cleaning phase. Has anything traumatic happened lately? Um, is Have you started a new job or started a new routine, or have they started school, or has a new person come in or left the house? Kids are clinging. I mean, there's such a thing as separation anxiety. but that usually happens around between 7, 8, between 8 months to about a year old. But if you've had some major changes that have happened in your household lately, then your child is probably reacting to that, and becoming clingy because daddy left and they may have gone on vacation or may have had to leave for work. And all of a sudden, daddy's not here and they're missing daddy. Well, is mommy gonna leave too? Hold on, let me make sure I keep mommy within my eyes, you know, where I can put my eyes on her so she won't leave me too. They get to know these things. So if there's anything that has happened major in your household, your baby cannot express it through words. They express it through their feelings and with their actions. So I'm going to answer one last question and then I'm going to go because I uh, do have to be at work in the morning. And I don't have to work tonight, but I have to be at work in the morning. Okay. The symptoms for acid reflux. Sometimes reflux is quiet. If your baby, if you feed them and you lay them down and they start screaming and crying, unconsolable, sometimes it's the acid that's coming back up. Um, if they're spitting up a lot or if they're cranky, they may have sensitivities to certain things in the milk. One of the other parents earlier, her child was sensitive to corn syrup and she's sensitive to corn. And a lot of the formulas have corn syrup in them. So her baby was very sensitive to that and was reacting to it. And it came across as acid reflux. It I suggest that the best way to avoid, I should say avoid, but to help your child with the acid reflux or to lessen the chances of acid reflux is to when pace feed them so that they're in control of the flow of the milk instead of you feed them like this and the milk gravity is pulling the milk into their mouth, pulling more than they want or need in their mouth, which causes spit up. Um, Also, burp them after every ounce and a half. I know it sounds like a lot, but burp them because gas can build up. And when gas builds up, it pulls, you know, sometimes when baby is swallowing, there's a gas building up and building up and building up. And if you have a blockage, everything like there's a that like this is the a gas bubble and it's on its way up and milk is on its way down and milk gets stuck right on top. It keeps building up, keep building up. When that air bubble comes up, all the milk above that bubble is gonna come out. Now that's how my doctor explained it to me. But all that milk that's above that air bubble, that gas bubble, it's gonna come out. So burp them more often than what you normally would, and hold them upright after they eat because um, gravity will hold that milk down. Even if you have to put them in a bouncing seat or put on a carrier, holding them upright or in a semi upright position. And when you feed them, don't feed them with them like this. Feed them like this so that gravity will help that milk stay down. Hold on, let me turn my camera this way. Gravity helps that when that milk goes in, it helps the milk stay down. So when you are holding them after they eat, this is a good position. You can put them over your shoulder like this. You can put them in the carrier like this, so they're upright. You can put them in the the bouncy seat because it holds them uh, semi upright like this. So they are cradled like this, not all the way back, but up. Because when you lay them down, and also if you're feeding them and you lay them down and they start spitting out, that's a sign of reflux. So that's why I say hold them upright. Okay, last question for the night before you hop off. Can you quickly remind me how many people your Christmas box can feed and what's in it? Okay, thank you. So I am selling Christmas breakfast boxes. My company, my other company called This Jam Good. I make exotic jams. Um, Last year was our first Christmas breakfast box, and it was awesome. This year, the box is even bigger, twice as big as last year. The box contains um, breakfast, gourmet breakfast breads. There's English muffins in there and waffles in there. There's coffee, holiday coffee. It's fireside. As far as what is the name of that coffee? Fireside eggnog, um, peppermint mocha, and it's 4 or 5 different flavors of coffee. So it just depends on which box you get as to which flavor coffee you get. There is also English tea in there. Some of it's green tea, some of it's black tea. It's different flavors. I personally like the ginger. It's ginger apricot. Oh, it's so good. It's a green tea. It's so yummy with honey and ice. Mm. But anyway, I digress. There's tea. There's hot chocolate. Or should I say a peppermint mocha in there. That peppermint mocha serves 4. The breads serve. It serves about 3 to 4 people. It depends on whether uh, you're talking about adults or kids because the gourmet muffins are thick. They are very thick, but they are so good. I love their muffins. Um, there's also honey. There's a signature jam. This year's jam is Midnight Star. It's made with moondrop grapes and let's see, it was moondrop grapes, blackberries, and star fruit. So it's very yummy. And there's also, let's see, there's honey. There's a Santa's cookie kit in the box. It is a cookie mix. It is sprinkles and icing so that you can make Santa. The kids can make uh, cookie for Santa. There's a special plate in there for the cookies to go on for Santa. There is candy, old fashioned Christmas candy in there. Uh, I'm trying to remember things. I'm looking this way because my supplies are over here. Um, there is did I say a candy jar? There is a this jam good coffee mug. There is homemade vanilla. Now this year I made last year I made it with vodka. This year I've made 3 different kinds of vanilla. There's one with gin, brandy, and bourbon. So it just depends on which box you get as to which uh, vanilla flavor you get. Also, there is let's see, I said coffee tea. Oh, there's flavored syrup that goes in the coffee. There's also a spread. Uh, it's a Nutella. Nutella is that how you pronounce it? Nutella. Nutella that goes over that can go on the bread or on toast or whatever you want to put it on. And there is uh, else is in the box? There's like 25 different things in that box. So I'm trying to remember them all. Um, but there, several of them are surprises. It's gifts from me to you. There's a card in the box. There's instructions in the box as to how what is what and what belongs. Because the way I had to pack the box for everything to fit in the box, everything is not packed together as this is a kit, that's a kit, this a kit, this a kit. So there are instructions in the box. You do need to open the box before Christmas because there are perishables in the box. Take the bread out and put it in the refrigerator. It should be fine. Um, but there's also you got to make the cookies for, Santa. And um, I'm trying to see what else is in that box. I only see surface things. Um, oh, there is the theme of the box is the gingerbread. So you got gingerbread cookies, and you got gingerbread. There's an oven mitt, um, and a what's it, oven mitt and a pot holder. That's what I'm trying to say. It's in there, and a few other things that I'm not going to disclose because I want you to be surprised, but they will be on the instruction list as to how to use them. So, but yes, that is what's in the box. The box costs $125, which includes priority shipping. I am going to start shipping on Friday so that everybody will have their box before Christmas. Um, I have about four 5 boxes left. So if you want a box, go to Linktree / this jam good and you can purchase it. Or should I say LINK uh, TR.ee / this jam good. And that's all one word, this jam good. And it will take you directly to the link. If you can't find that, go on Instagram or go on Facebook and look up this jam good. Okay. And you'll find it, and it will take you to a link where you can go and purchase it directly. Just click on the link and pay money. In the message box, please send me your address that you would like to have it sent to. I have a lot of people who are buying the box for gifts and for other family members or for their bosses, or my husband even purchased a couple for his bosses. So, but yeah, it's a good way to start your morning while the kids are playing with the toys and nobody wants to go in the kitchen and cook. You can pull it out, create, heat up some water. Here you go, hot chocolate, muffins, waffles, and a few other things in the box so that you can enjoy while you're sitting there playing. And then by the time you finish opening up toys and finish playing, it's lunchtime. So you will have rested enough to continue your day and do Christmas with your kids. This box is more family oriented than it was last year. Last year I had a lot of individuals. This year I had a lot of families. So I switched it up and made it more family friendly, where it's a family participation box. But it's also, if you're single, it's good for that too. So, hello, Miranda and Rashida and Vanya. Hello, how are you? Thanks for all you do. Oh, I feel like I'm listening to my grandma when I hear you talk, especially when you talked about the flower home remedy. Oh, yeah, my grandmother, she was all about, I mean, they use herbs and different things to healing. They didn't always have medicine. They couldn't always go to the doctor, so they figured it out. And it worked. And when it worked, it worked. So I pass it on to my kids. Now, I am done speaking. I sound like I'm in Clubhouse now. But yes, I'm done. Got all the questions over there, got all the questions over here. All right. So, thank you all for joining me. It is now 9:30. I have been on here probably an hour and some change. Uh I know I got on before 8 o'clock, and it is now 9:30. Hold on, I have a question in my question box. And tell me how to poop on the toilet. Oh, I already answered that question. Pooping on the toilet. Okay. All right. I was just making sure I got everybody. If you haven't followed me, please do so. Share this video with your friends. I'm not sure how long TikTok keeps them up, but share this video with your friends. Send me some likes. If I helped you, do you choose the box you want, or is it a surprise? All of the boxes are the same. The only thing that is probably different is the flavor of the vanilla, and uh, what else was it? The flavor of vanilla and something else I had in there. Oh, the pot holder and the pot holder and the oven mitt. But and the sprinkles. The sprinkles are different in each kit. But all of pretty much everything else, all of the boxes are the same. I try to make it easy for me and easy for you. Um, but yeah, they're all this. They're pretty much the same. Uh, they all cost the same. Next year, I think I might create two different boxes, a small box and a big box, because I had people saying, "Well, do you have a $30 box?" And I'm thinking, with the shipping, it's going to cost you more than $30. You might as well just, order something from Amazon. When you getting specially curated boxes, it costs more because we have vendors and we have to get it all here and put it together, add that special touch to it. I'm extra. People always tell me, "You just extra." Yes. There are like 10 extra things in the box than what I originally had listed, but because I was able to uh, find things on sale, it expanded my budget in other ways. Like, oh, yes, I got this much money left. Oh, I can invest that in this and put this in the box. Oh, yeah, this didn't cost as much as I thought it was going to cost as I budgeted. Oh, so I have money left from here, money left from there. So I could buy this and I could put that in the box. So that's how all the extra stuff got in the box. It wasn't originally supposed to be in there, but because it matched the theme and because I felt I want to give something, it's Christmas. I always love Nanny Kim on the Go said, "Yes, I always love my boxes from this Jam Good." Yes, Nanny Kim on the Go has had the Christmas breakfast box and the Valentine's Day box. From The Valentine's Day box was this year. The Christmas breakfast box was last year. So around Valentine's Day, I sent out a Valentine's Day box. So I'll probably send out another Christmas Valentine's Day box this 2022. So be on the lookout in January for that box because it'll be going on sale too. But I tried not to flood my page with the Christmas breakfast box because I created the page to teach. So if you didn't see the one or two videos that I put out, because I put out like 13, 14 videos for the Christmas breakfast box this year, but I only put 2 or 3 on my TikTok page because I wanted to leave it as a training page, as a learning page. So that's probably why if you didn't see it, you missed it because it was only 2 or 3 on there. And but if you want a box, like I said, go to Linktree / This Jam Good, or go catch me on Instagram or Facebook at This Jam Good. Okay. And I am done. And thank you. It is now 9:32. I'm going to get off of here, go get myself ready because I got to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I want a good 8 hours tonight, which means I got 30 minutes to get to bed. Okay. So I will see you all next time. Thank you all for being patient with me while I was gone taking care of my brother. But I always say family over family because family is blood. Not all of my family is blood, but when I got to take care of my family, I got to take care of my family. And I hope you do the same. Take care of your family first and check in on your loved ones because you never know what condition they're in. But I'm glad that I took the time to go and spend time with my family because if I didn't, I would regret it. And I'm telling you to do the same because if you don't, you will regret it. Business is business, and if people love you, they will be there for you, even in the bad times. They will understand. And I had to have that pep talk with myself. They will understand that you had to go take care of your family. So I'm just trusting that you all understood that I needed to go take care of my family. So, and I'm back. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you too, Kat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will talk to you all on Sunday. Will I be here Sunday? Yeah. I'm not going home this weekend. I don't think I'm going home this weekend. If you don't see me on Sunday, it's because I went back home to help at home with my brother. So, um, anyway, I know I'll be here next Tuesday, and I will definitely see you all same time, same place next Tuesday. And Miss Sheila will be here with me too. So you all get. We'll start about 7:30, so she can stay for the whole time. And because I have to work next Tuesday too. Yeah, we're going to start early next Tuesday. I have to work next Tuesday night too, overnight. Uh, so yeah, we're busy women. But we want to come and help the community. That's a part of who we are. And we love you all. And thank you for joining me. And I will talk to you all next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate you. All right. Now let me close out and I'll talk to you all later.